Footballers and their coaches often form a father-son relationship, and these bonds extend over time and teams. These are the players that followed their leader wherever he went. Mourinho's gang. When Jose Mourinho won the Champions League with Porto and moved over to Chelsea, he knew just who he needed. Ricardo Carvalho. Together, they conquered the Premier League. A couple of years later, Mo snatched Carvalho from Chelsea when he moved to Real Madrid. But in total, 16 players followed Mourinho to at least 2 different teams.
I think I'm a special one.
Including Zlatan Ibrahimovic. After they were together at Inter, Ibra defied all logic by arriving in the Premier League in his final playing years.
I've been in the game for 20 years and I'm getting older, yes, but the older I get, the better I get.
He proved fundamental in United's Europa League title. But he's not alone. Nemanja Matic, Michael Essien, Juan Mata, and Samuel Eto'o have all followed Mourinho around. Guardiola's friends and foes. Not many players have been managed by Pep in more than one club. FC Barcelona's midfielder Thiago was one of Guardiola's main transfer targets when he signed for Bayern Munich. Thiago became fundamental at Bayern. So, you have the ones who followed Pep, like Thiago, and you have the ones who were kind of followed by Pep, against their will, like poor Yaya Toure. After having been kicked out of Barca by Guardiola, who preferred Busquets, Toure left Barcelona and established himself as a legend at Manchester City, only to see Guardiola become the coach of the team and leave him out of the squad again. Michel's ace before Guardiola was even born, Dutch coaching legend Rinus Michels reinvented football. He came up with the concept of total football and implemented the offside trap, a game changer. And his secret weapon? A kid named Johan Cruyff. Together they won the European League with Ajax before moving on to FC Barcelona. And after repeating their success, Michels was made the coach of the Dutch national team. With him in charge and Cruyff on the pitch, the Netherlands finished second in the 1974 World Cup. Sarri loves Pipa. Pipa Higuaín is loved and hated equally by football fans. Argentinians can't forgive his misses, and Neapolitans can't forgive him for going to Juventus. But Maurizio Sarri loves him through and through. They've been together at Napoli, Chelsea, and Juventus. Wherever one goes, the other one follows. Pipa has scored 51 goals in 94 matches under Sarri.
In questo momento leggermente meno pericoloso dentro l'area di rigore, ma più portato a giocare per la squadra, cosa sta facendo molto bene.
Arsenal's French connection. Arsène Wenger made Arsenal in his image. That is to say, he brought in a lot of French players, none more important than Thierry Henry. Wenger gave Henry his first match in football when he was coaching Monaco. Then Arsène moved to England and Thierry to Juventus. Henry's Italian days were a nightmare, and his rescuer was, of course, Arsène Wenger.
Arsène unlocked a lot of stuff in my mind, made me understand what it was to be a professional, what it was to perform. I will never forget that. You guys know the relationship that I have with him, so it goes without saying that obviously I will always carry some of the stuff that he was doing.
Cholo sticks to his own. Diego Simeone has managed a total of 13 players in at least 2 teams. And what do they all have in common? You got it. They are Argentinian. All but one. Falcao. Radamel Falcao and Simeone won the Argentinian League with River Plate and then split up for their European adventures. A few years later, Simeone knew he would bring the firepower that Atletico Madrid needed.
Sí, es una pieza importantísima en nuestro sistema.
Falcao came in, scored 70 goals in 95 matches, and made Atleti a contender. Carleto's boys. Carlo Ancelotti is a boss among bosses. 3 Champions League and league titles in 3 different countries only begin to describe the Italian. Among his partners in crime, there's Xabi Alonso, both at Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Another key player to his career has been Pippo Inzaghi. He took the young striker from Juventus to AC Milan. Under Carlo, Inzaghi exploded, scoring 161 goals of his 275. Finally, David Beckham played for him at Milan and PSG. I love Carlo. Carlo is the best for me.
Beckham, je pense qu'il est joueur qui a beaucoup d'expérience et peut l'aider sûrement. Il va aider l'équipe à faire meilleure expérience, meilleure qualité de jeu.
Trust is a key element in football, and it's a two-way street. When a footballer trusts his coach, things go better. And when coaches trust their players, they are bound to reunite.
Don't you want to come around and tell me? Don't you want to come around here?